Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's me, your favorite suited up, sleep deprived nerd, Lee Hampson III. Yo, that kind of rhymed. Anyways, I'm back from my 3-month hiatus to tell you all that, yes, I deleted my Battlegrounds game. To remake it again. This has got to be like my 5th time actually remaking the game. Or I think it's my 5th time. I've kind of lost count. But since the start, I've promised you all a unique experience, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how this version of Devil Battlegrounds will deliver on that promise. Starting with overhauling the basic combat. So for Denji, we got these new Axe M1s animated by my boy Sinister. They look great, and the axe model is still from the previous game, and it was modeled by Suke-man, and I just love the model, honestly. And then also, these really crisp axe M1s were sound designed by the absolute freaking GOAT, Bachnero. If you play like Heroes Battlegrounds, Chopper Battlegrounds, any of those kind of games, he's done sounds for those, so yeah, honestly, he's like freaking crazy at it. So that's our new M1s. And these are going to be used for the new M1 combat. Yeah, new M1 combat. You see, in this version of Devil Battlegrounds, I made it so M1s do not true combo, which basically means that there is time in between each hit that you take where you can do something like block, for example. And a shield, what's this all about? So I've also changed up blocking in Devil Battlegrounds. Instead of the normal block that's kind of just in front of you that you see in, I think, every Battlegrounds game, I changed it up so that in this version of Devil Battlegrounds, blocking is all around you and you have block health. I know that absolutely nobody likes when they get dash M1'd and they just go completely around your character and you don't even have enough time to react, and like half the time it doesn't even feel like your fault when you get hit. And the block HP, the reason I added that is so that you can't just camp and block forever, because then there would be like absolutely no risk to blocking. So yes, now even blocking has its own risks. A funny thing about the dash M1s, those are also gone. And look, I know like the 4 people, that's 3. The 4 people who like actually like that feature are gonna be sad, but look at it this way. If we're having a block that is all around you, then you can't really use a dash M1 for anything anyways, because if you go around them, the block is still the same, it still hits, and you end up being on the losing end because now you're stuck punching someone and they can just do anything back to you. But look, as it stands, we just have people that could block for a really long time with no punishment. So, what did I add? Heavy punching. If you've ever played Your Bizarre Adventure or any games like that, then you know what I'm talking about. Heavy punching is just like a normal M1, but it has a longer windup. It does more damage, and more importantly, it block breaks, which means that anyone who's camping in their block will just have their block immediately broken if they're hit by a heavy punch. But there's also another thing you can do if you manage to block break someone, and that's a new feature which I don't think I've ever seen before, called critical striking. Critical striking is a thing that I added where every single character has their own unique special move, and this move can only be activated on a block broken opponent, which means that you have to first block break someone, then you can hit the special move, and it's activated by just using a normal M1. Now, there's one other feature that I've kind of been saving and putting off, and that feature, which I know some of you are really not gonna like, is parry. Pretty much almost every move in the game is parryable, except this like one move, which I'll talk about later. Even something as simple as M1ing someone, that can be parried. It makes it so you have to be very cautious about what you're gonna do, because otherwise it's pretty much the same thing as getting block broken. And above all else, I think this feature alone is what really changes DBG as a whole. It makes the combat way different than normal Battlegrounds games. Maybe something you'd see like in Deep Woken. I wouldn't quote me on that though, I've never played Deep Woken. But honestly, I think that's okay. This is the part of the video where I kind of go into the game's history and my own history. You see, I'm a computer programmer and I also make videos for YouTube. I don't know a lot about game design, and that's why in the past I've really stuck to remaking games that I like to play. And you've seen this through maybe my Tetris game, my Mario game, my watermelon game video, but I didn't really know what a game designer was or really what it entailed until I met a game designer who I mentioned in my last video, and that's Fel. You see, all the concepts that I've added in the game so far, yes, they were programmed by me, I made them work, but these ideas, they're all hers, they're not mine. While I might be the face of this operation, because obviously this YouTube channel, it's people like her, community members and contributors who are the ones who are really making this game work and are really trying to bring my dream to reality. And honestly, I can't thank you all enough for that. So thank you to everyone who cares or has worked on this game, because it honestly means so much to me. But glazing out of the way, this leads me to the question that a lot of you were probably wondering, which is, why did I decide to remake the game to begin with? And there's a simple answer to that. The game is shit. But let's talk about new moves in the game, because as I said earlier, Denji's kit was pretty much completely reworked. Hello, it's me, future editor Liam here. I forgot to preface that not everything here is final, obviously. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. And then also, all of these moves don't have VFX because we haven't really found a VFX artist. So if you're a VFX artist and you're interested in this game or working on this game, or you like this game, please work for the game. Please, we really need VFX artists. Anyways, future Lee Hammy Whammy, out. The first move that we have, though, is one that comes from the original Devil Battlegrounds, and that is Chainsaw Buddy, or originally Chainsaw Dog. And yes, we kept the same animation that MJJBA made, so credits to him for that. I won't talk much about it because it functions pretty much the exact same as how it does in the original game, with the one big difference being that there's no Pochita model, so the chainsaw is kind of invisible and it just looks goofy. The next move being added was one that I had originally thought of a long time ago. Like, I'm talking the early stages of Devil Battlegrounds, and that is the axe throw. So yeah, the axe throw has been added back. It's been animated by JR Players, and I think the animation looks great. And then also, of course, my goat, Bacnero, made the sound effects for it, and dude, they're just clean, bro. I'll let you have a listen. Yeah, I'm glazing, but he deserves it. And the craziest part is that he helps me for absolutely no cost, which I can't thank him enough, because maybe you know it or not, but I kind of have to fund this game out of pocket, and that's kind of hard for me because making assets is not cheap, to say the least. But I'm gonna be honest, axe throw, not my favorite move. Why? Well, it's the move that I was trying to allude to earlier when I said that it can't be countered nor parried. So basically, it's really annoying if you're trying to just parry a move and then boom, you get an axe thrown at your face. Not the most fun thing to deal with. And what's worse is that this move used to be super overpowered. And what I mean by that is it had infinite range, and it was also super duper fast, so you could literally just get sniped across the map with a random axe, and it ruined like a lot of fights when I was testing the game, and that's what made me hate the move so much.
Hello guys, welcome to the Lee Hansen III channel. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to use the new move, Axe Throw. Alright, so all you gotta do is press 2 on your keyboard and line it up perfectly, and then... Then
I eventually nerfed it. I gave it a max distance, and I also limited its speed, so it's not that bad of a move anymore, but it definitely was pretty bad. This next move I added is a pretty important one, and no, I swear they're not kissing. JR animated this one, by the way, but no, they're not kissing. He's actually giving the guy a hug, because this move is called Love Hug. And what it does is you bite the player, you suck a bit of their blood, and then you throw them away. The important thing about this move is that it fills your devil bar. It's the only move in Denji's kit which actually does this, and this is important because it is used for the devil transformation, or otherwise Denji turning into Chainsaw Man. It's used for regeneration, and it is also used for another special utility move, which I will be discussing shortly. The last move that I added is from the original Devil Battlegrounds, and it is Nutcracker, or what it was originally called, the Glory Kick. However, in this version, it's going to be nerfed to the ground because I know that a lot of you really hated Glory Kick in the original game because the cooldown was like super duper low. So yeah, but I do actually want to know what you guys think about there being both a counter and a parry, because for me it's kind of annoying to deal with because you got to think about both, but some of you might like the idea, so let me know what you think in the comments. Now, you may have noticed it already, but yes, we have utility moves in the game. So Denji's is called Chainsaw Ref, and what it does is it's a pretty high risk move, but he pulls the cord on his chest and he will get health back. A lot more health back than he would get from naturally regenerating from the Devil Bar. This move is risky because it can be canceled at any time and you'll basically get stuck in a combo if you do get hit during the cord pull, but if you pull it off, you get a lot of health back. And one other super duper cool thing, which I really haven't seen in any other game, is if the Devil Bar is above 50% and you die, Denji has a special option where he can use the Devil Bar to come back to life. He comes back to life only at 1 HP. And one more thing, we've also added passives. Denji's passive is honestly super duper good. What his passive does is for every consecutive hit that you take less damage. It makes it so if you're getting ragged on by a bunch of other people, you're gonna take less damage for it unless you hit someone. If you hit someone, that damage reduction that you previously had is gone. You have to get it again, so that's what really balances it out. And at this point, it might not even sound like the game I'm making is a Battlegrounds game, and to be honest, I'd agree with you. It really isn't, but I think that's okay, and hear me out for my really crappy business proposal, but aren't you tired of every game being a car, the same car with a fresh coat of paint? For me, it's kind of boring. I want to play a game that's like a Battlegrounds game, but is different for variety's sake. And if you think I'm hating on Battlegrounds games, I'm not. Battlegrounds is probably my favorite genre on Roblox. I play Jiu-Jitsu Shenanigans, Heroes Battlegrounds, Strongest Battlegrounds all the time. They're like my favorite games on the platform. But at the same time, they just all play very similarly. And I just want something where it feels different and the combat feels different. And it feels like I'm playing a different game that isn't just a reskin of the other. And that's what we're trying to do, because like I said in the beginning of this video, I promised to make Devil Battlegrounds a unique experience. And I'm sure there's going to be some of you in the comments who are not going to be happy about this. You're not going to be happy that this game is different. And that's okay. If you are one of those people, then I highly advise that you just try and be a little bit more open-minded, because you might really enjoy what we're making here. Anyways, I've also been working on the Chainsaw Man form. We're kind of almost done with it, but I'm not too ready to show that in this video yet. So if you want to see leaks on it, which I've actually posted already, then go ahead and check out my Discord server, which will be linked in the description, because there I post leaks. We do community events like game night, and it's just a good place to chat about Devil Battlegrounds, or honestly whatever you want. So if you are interested, link in the description, join the Devil Battlegrounds Discord server. But you might also be wondering, when is this game gonna come out? And look, it's really hard to predict when a game is gonna come out because a lot of things can happen. But I can say, at least for me, I'm trying to get the game out when the Chainsaw Man Reze Arc movie comes out. Now look, that's not a promise because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. That's a lot of work for one guy who codes, and I'm sure at some point I'm going to be the bottleneck to this project, but that's just my goal. I'm also hoping to start a testing phase for the game, which will start with people that I know, close people, and then I'll gradually expand it to where we have applicants from the Discord server who become testers, and they will tell me just problems with the game and stuff, so I can get it to be as good as it's gonna get before release. And also before release, we're probably gonna have some kind of paid testing because this game really needs funds. But if you guys have any other questions, then please leave them in the comments, because I'll try and answer as many as I can. I'm probably not going to be able to answer them all, but I'll try and answer as many as I can. So if you're curious about anything, then leave it in the comments because I'd love to know. But besides that, that's pretty much all I have. So if you enjoyed this video, then like and subscribe to the channel because I'll be posting more content about this remade version of Devil Battlegrounds. And I'm super excited because this is going to be a lot of fun. But besides that, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. I also forgot to say this stuff throughout the video, but thank you to Ziptune for just making the test place map look cooler, because originally it was just this lame old base plate, and Bulk really wanted me to mention this, so here I go. He started working as a sound designer on my game. It was the first Battlegrounds game he ever did, and now he works for Heroes Battlegrounds, so that's a huge step up. And his sound effects over just 1 year have improved so much. These are some of his sound effects from the original Devil Battlegrounds, and then compared to the new ones, it's just, oh my god, it's just so much better. I know I'm glazing, but like, anyways, yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.